lot of people when they make pottery do it on a wheel, and I'm not a wheel builder. All of these things, I roll out a slab of clay, I cut them out, I make a tube first, and then I separately cut out the bottom and I attach it together, and then I put the handle on and then whatever decorations. So all of the pieces are individually like that. You can kind of see in it the edge of where I've attached the base to the bottom of the cup.
Oh, that's nice. And then there's the tentacles. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Like it creates a little grip on the handle.
It does, because like the glaze is super glossy, but it gives you that texture of knowing that you're holding an octopus tentacle. You can take some of that ocean wisdom with you when you drink your tea.
Nice.
I just made it to the ferry terminal. I'm going across to one of the islands where the pottery studio that I used last year is. I bought my clay from them and they have kindly agreed that I can fire and glaze my pottery there. However, I put it all on a board. There's like 11 pieces, I think, maybe 12, and drove here. So I don't know if it survived the drive and the bumps and the road, but I put it on my bed so it would be soft and hopefully shock absorb. So let's go check and see if anything broke. Oh my God, amazing. Everything looks fine. These ones have moved. Oh, that's so good. Ah, I'm so relieved. Yay! That one has had inside glaze, under glaze, now this is clear glaze. Teachers, and I'm going to put the link below. Hi everybody. I have been really busy in those dreary winter rainy afternoons. It actually looks like a chef's hat, but it is the start of this year's Octo hat. So there's the octopus body and the hat bit, much the same as this guy. This is my original Octo hat, and ever since I made this guy, I have made one more every year and given it away. And I'm very excited to do that again this year. Good old Octo hat, which looks like this. I think we need to take Octo hat out on some adventures and get the tentacles up amongst things. up into trouble. So this year's Octo hat has been started. I'm very excited. When it's finally done, I will put an announcement, send pictures, video, something, and then put an entry link so you can enter the giveaway. I'm really excited with how cute this one is. It's a bit smaller, so it's not as heavy to wear, and it's a beautiful yellow and orange and white. I haven't yet got the wool to make all the tentacles. I've got to make the eyeballs next. So it's going to come together and start looking like an octopus really soon, which is exciting. It's kind of... The origination of Octo hat was I went through a pretty devastating breakup, and having this octopus like really helped with my mental health and gave me something to do in the evenings, something to keep me sane and company, and then I started to wear it out everywhere. Take it in the forest and on hikes and things like that, and it was the biggest project that I have done to date, crocheting things, and yeah, it was really special. And so I was then wanting to share some of that magic with all of you, and you all loved it. And as you can see, I have an octopus theme and little tiny octopuses that appear frequently around my videos. This is Ollie the octopus, who you all helped me name a little while ago. I put a poll in the comments and so many of you suggested some amazing names, and Ollie was the name that this octopus selected. Hello. Hi. And so I'm excited to have this one started so I can make it. So next is eyeballs, eyelids, and see, when I did this, I should have attached the eyes this way, but the eyes are this way. I mean, that's more traditional to how an octopus's eyes actually are. They're on the side of its head, but then it looks like a teddy bear. Oh, here's to looking at you. Anyway, I made some other crochet projects. This one I made last year, and it is actually currently up on my website for sale. It is called a matrix hood. I found the pattern on Instagram and then purchased it off Etsy, and the person who made the pattern is so kind and supports crafters and makers to sell their own creations. So this one's up on the website, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a second. And then I recently made another one which is really cute, and this one here is wool and acrylic, and this one is the nicest feeling, like rich, so lovely. I think it's possibly alpaca. I'm not really actually sure. I have to find out. Anyway, it's freaking gorgeous. Smaller hood, beautiful orangey yellow sandy colors in this beautiful forest green. Anyway, let me show you what these things look like on. I'm almost finished them. I just have to sew the buckles on because it clips underneath the arm. It's a little hood that has a sort of a bib over the front, and I have two of them, and I'm really excited. I thought I was going to wear this one and use it a lot, and then I've had it for a whole year and I've barely ever worn it. And right now I'm in need of cash money, and I can share these wonderful creations with you. The Octo hat I give away for free. You don't need to, there's no entry fee or anything like that. You can just enter when it is available, which is coming soon. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on notifications so you find out when that is, because I might do a community post. And then these two will be up on my website. And they're all so warm and cozy. It's cozy season. It has been so miserable and dark and rainy out, and while I have been trying to get out, I've also been a bit sick. I caught a flu, and I've been unwell and coughing and phlegming, and I haven't wanted to video or film anything. So here we are. I've made a lot of stuff. Now I wanted to show you the matrix hoods that I made. And I'll put this one on first because it really kind of goes with the clothes that I'm wearing today. Put my glasses on. And then it will clip together under the arm like that. And I've just got to find where I put the clips and then sew them together. But maybe you could actually just clip it and then put it on. But this hood is super cozy. Like, look how cute that is. You're like little forest creature being, and nice and cozy in your big jacket underneath. And then if you want to just take it off, and it sits nicely like that. And you're little like elfin. See? I look like a little elf. Actually, so I wanted to show you something now that I'm wearing this. I recently got contacted by a company called Firmoo, who are an online glasses manufacturer and shop, and they have sent me out these glasses, which I absolutely love, and you've seen them for a few weeks now and I love them. But I recently got another pair, and don't I look like the cutest forest elf? So I have a discount code for you all. This is the outfit that I'm going to pair these with. They want to do outfit pairings, and as you know, I just wear whatever, because everything either gets forest on it, dirt on it, ocean on it, river on it, tree on it. So, you know, for me and outfits kind of happens very rarely, but this has got a little elfin point to it, and these glasses, I think, just look really cute. Anyway, I'm a little bit blind without glasses. Like, I look here and I can't actually see anything crisply, but I just love these. Look at them. They're very cute. Anyway, I feel like a forest pixie wearing them. I hope you like them. They have a lot of really cool and interesting glasses, and they're very affordable. I wouldn't recommend something that I can't afford to buy. So you can get them custom, you can try them on, you can put in your prescription and get them for your eyes specifically, and they have different types of lens treatments, and they come so quickly. I was very impressed. But these ones I have been absolutely living in, because my other ones I used to put my head down, they used to fall off my face. Not great when you're doing chores or out in the forest, but I think they're absolutely amazing. Both these two are from Firmoo. I have one more, but I'm going to change out of this into the other matrix hood, which I'm going to put on my website and show you. So I'm very proud of this one. This is really high quality wool. Let me show you. It's so soft. It doesn't have that scratchiness that wool has. All been hand dyed, so the thread consistency of color is just so beautiful. Anyway, I wish I didn't have to sell them, because this one here I really could do with keeping, but I have been incredibly broke and I need to pay my credit card bill. So by buying this and supporting me, you're helping me stay out of debt. So thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. This is the other one. This one has got a bit of a bigger hood. Oh, and also, this one is different. This one has two parts to it. So it has a hood. Oh yeah. Let's put it on properly. There we go. It's going to clip under there. I'm going to show you more pictures once I've done that. It's got a hood, but you can take the hood off and it's got a scarf or a cowl on the inside. So this one, if you're somewhere extra cold, like Winterpeg, or somewhere in the US that gets a lot of snow, or in Europe where it gets really cold, it's got a little cute little thing here. And so this one, let's put on a different pair of glasses, because it's good to have a beautiful contrast. Look at that! Ta-da! I love them. I love them so much. And this one here will be excellent for those snowy days. If you would like this look, you can purchase this matrix hood from my website and get these glasses from Firmu. Ta-da! And I have a discount code in the description so that you can get a Black Friday deal with these. They are very affordable and cheap and have a ton of really cool and interesting frames that can be made in your prescription. Aren't they so cute? Anyway, stay warm, stay hydrated, stay cozy, and if you want to make something, I can put the link to the pattern to this and to this Kraken Octo hat in the description of my video if you want the crochet pattern for either of these yourself. These are such an easy stitch and so easy to make. I'm very proud. Doo-doo-doo. I had to use a fork to push it through. Brass ones for this one. Don't they look nice? And then I'm going to sew that to there. It's going to look so nice. We'll see if this fits in. Oh, can we make it fit? I'm just going to build it pretty quickly, so... Yes, it will fit. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. See? Ta-da! Oh my gosh. These are just gorgeous. I'm glad you're happy with them. Despite that handle being out of proportion, I do love it. And the blue glaze on it actually has turned out really nice. It looks like underwater in there. Yeah. Like they're just so pretty. That's weird. Good morning, everybody. I am really excited. I am heading down to Victoria today. I am meeting up with a friend of mine who knows a lot about tea, because I've been making pottery mugs, my octopus mugs, which you've seen last year and maybe I've hinted at coming up. I thought, why not? Let's put together a herbal tea and maybe a caffeinated tea to go with it, so that you can take a little bit of like campfire magic and the flavors that I really love and have tea with me, right? I am hoping that selling my pottery and some of the crochet projects that I have been working on will bring in a little bit of money between now and the beginning of January when I start my contract. I'm doing okay. Okay, keeping myself busy is being really good, and it is helping me with a little extra cash in the meantime, and then in January things will come right, and I'm looking forward to that new chapter. Oh, thank you so much for your support. All of the non-financial abundance that I've experienced lately, I feel is really important, and I get to share that with some really amazing people in my life, so that's exciting. Okay, bye! Hi everybody, this is my friend James.
Hello.
And we bonded recently over excitement over tea. Now, James knows a lot more about tea than I do. Would you like to tell us, like, how did tea come into your life? Ready?
I'm a big proponent of warm the mug.
Mm.
And then, like, once you can just feel some warmth with your hand. I think it's also a little bit polite to the mug or the teapot.
Mm-hmm.
Not just put it to work right away when it's cold. I feel like if your teapot doesn't boil to temperature, you can always just boil the water and then wait a minute or two so that it's not...
So you're looking for a specific temperature?
I prefer 90, 95 degrees for tisanes. If it's a medicinal, sometimes I will use boiling water and then cover it so that the medicine doesn't steam off. And then with green teas, like I would do probably 80 degrees, 90 degrees. Always loved tea. And then as I developed a meditation practice and a yoga practice, I feel like I became more attuned to my nervous system and I could actually feel what it was doing with me. So it became more of a relationship. And like, I'm never gonna like drag on coffee, but I feel like when I used coffee, my awareness was very sharp and in front of my body. And it was like, I'm gonna get it done, and maybe like kind of gave me access to some of my anger as a source of energy. And tea gives me this awareness that's 360 around my body. Ooh. And gives me like the lift of energy, but I never feel like I'm being pushed by it or shoved around. So it's just been this calm relationship that I've developed over time. And then I think when I stopped using alcohol, then tea really became like that.
Yeah, cheers!
Cheers!
So making these mugs for me has been like a really embodied experience of both abundance and creativity, and my love for the ocean and my relationship with nature and the underwater world specifically, because they're all underwater themed. And then I was like, wouldn't it be amazing to bring some tea into this so that I can share a little bit more about my love of herbalism, my love of natural plants, and the things that plants and herbs and flowers can do for you, and the relationship you can have together. And I've been building relationship with ocean, and we're building relationship with plants, and so I was excited when you have these deep relationships yourself.
With the plant world, green bloods is what we call them.
Yeah. Ooh, this is exciting.
Is this your first sip?
Yeah, my first sip, and the first time I have used this new set of mugs. These ones will be for sale, but we'll clean them beforehand, of course.
Yes, but they've been blessed by the tea.
Blessed little octopus, and you've got a kelp mug. Really beautiful. Yeah, they're nice size, but not too big. And not too heavy.
Right, like how it's much more delicate than the size would indicate as far as the weight.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so we're looking at 2 different tea blends today.
Yes. This is the one I called Lakshmi's tea. Lakshmi is a Hindu goddess of prosperity,
I kind of think
fancy life.
abundance is what I've been talking about a lot lately. And abundance for me, when I have had less financial means, has looked like a lot of creative abundance.
Really, when I'm thinking about prosperity, I'm thinking about, oh, I just want to like be able to sink into my life and feel it. So it's really, I feel like in this time, in this age, it's about having time and being access to my nervous system.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this tea is about that kind of prosperity, like access to my nervous system.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing it with me. Too many of us spend so much time in our heads because the capitalistic world demands of us to be on and cognitive.
Yeah. And you get rewarded for being in your head, and so you start being like, I'm a coffee person because everyone claps when I'm in my head.
Yeah. And nature pulls us back into our bodies.
That's right.
And I think tea and tea ritual is a beautiful way to like re-embody.
You're actually taking the earth essence and like infusing your body.
Yeah.
You're putting the pottery inside you. Yeah.
Excellent. With the ingredients, we can talk about them in generalistic terms. This is not medical advice. So this tea is delicious. I love it. And take your own precautions where necessary.
I like the kelp on this one actually gives it a tactileness so that you don't feel like you're going to lose the mug.
Yeah.
Which is really nice, that you don't have to just grip it.
Exactly. Like the handles are perfectly strong enough to hold the mug, but if you want it
if your hands are chilly.
Yeah, exactly. And I just tuck my little finger underneath the octopus and underneath the tentacle on this side. Yeah. And then the inside is this beautiful teal blue from the ocean, so it's like you're drinking the ocean.
Nice.
But hot instead of cold. Thank you.
I love how you immediately take your mug like that. It's so just like...
Definitely. And I also just, when I made them, I was like, I don't want all of the surface to be covered with an octopus or a creature. And then some of them, I've actually pressed my hand into it so it fits the mold of the hand. I'm going to be so nice and relaxed when I take the rest of my big box of mugs down to the beach to photograph them, because I want to photograph them all
with the ocean.
With the ocean.
Yeah.
And I think having embodied some of this tea to take with me to do that is a really special thing.
I'm just noticing with this tea mug, the base is so nicely weighted, so it's not tippy.
Yeah.
Like there's design to it.
Thank you so much for doing this with me.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I am super excited about sharing my mugs with you all and the tea to go with it. So how can people find you and more tea?
More tea and the other 9 blends that exist on Instagram, Nondi's Tea. And I have a website, James Campbell Yoga, as well as an Instagram, James Campbell Yoga. So either direct messages or a message through the website.
Fantastic. I will put those links in the description of this video, and I am very excited to hopefully continue to work with you and make a custom campfire blend.
Campfire blend!
That we will probably collaborate with on the ingredients to go with it, and I will make another video and we'll talk about it then.
Brilliant.
Cool. Cheers.
Cheers.
Time to photograph all my mugs down by the beach. Woohoo!
I don't think it's because they want to reflect.
These are ocean themed mugs, so they have to get photographed by the ocean. And it is really cold. Whew. My fingers are gonna be really cold. Right, We're at the beach. The sky and the light looks gorgeous. This is where we're gonna photograph my mugs. I'm very excited. My box and my camera and I wish I had gloves on. I am cold. It is very breezy and crisp out here, but this view I think is gonna make beautiful photographs for my website to show you these mugs in their finest glory. Oh, it's cold. All done. Now I'm gonna put those all back. Yeah. Wrap. Make sure they travel safely. Let's go. Bye, ocean.